Don't you dare feel guilty about your talent. You survived. So you broke the rules. Big deal. That's what kept you alive. That's what makes you special. That's what makes you a witch.
Queer people would have nothing without the fight that has been fought by Black trans women. And they have only ever been pushed to the fucking back. Marsha P. Johnson, she was there at Stonewall. She was the liberation movement. And at the first gay pride event, she was pushed to the back and was not allowed to walk at the front because she did not fit the conventional image that queer white people wanted to further. This is why people are so mad about the Lucy Dacus video. Lucy Dacus wouldn't be able to be Lucy Dacus without trans, androgynous, Black queer folk. We, as white queer people, need to be putting them ahead of ourselves. Because without them, we would have nothing.
Yeah, I'm swinging big dick energy. Yeah, my shawty's got them triple B. I stay crossing off my list. Got my money and my bitch. That's a check.
Australia passed new hate crime laws that include mandatory jail time for Nazi salutes. Meanwhile, in America, with 10 Nazi salutes, you can get 10% off your next Tesla.
It was 6:14, and you could barely even read all the words you'd written down when it was time for you to leave. Your phone was on the ground and you could barely hear it ring. Couldn't even hear a sound, couldn't feel a single thing. Now it's 6:15 and you're on your knees, blood on your sleeves and your lungs won't breathe. There's a watering, body shivering, and you're wondering what is happening. Now it's 6:23 and they're on their knees, begging Jesus, please, can you make her bleed? 'Cause they finally see what was happening underneath them noses, and I need you to leave.
Said that I was fine, said it from the coffin. Remember how I died when you started walking? That's my life, that's my life. I'll put up a fight, taking out my earrings. Don't you know the vibe? Don't you know the feeling? It's just been the night, catch me on your ceiling. That's your price, that's your price. Well, bet you're thinking she's so cool, kicking back on your couch, making eyes from across the room. Wait, I think I've been there too.
Message for Mark Standish, CEO of Nando's. Mark, your chicken is killing our rivers. The industrial chicken farmers you buy your supplies from for your restaurants has literally polluted the River Wye to death. Your current sustainability policies are as ill-matched to the environment as a man who wears a suit in a river in February. The future of Britain's rivers rely on you and captains of industry like you to do the right thing. So come and have a conversation with us about committing to protecting rivers rather than destroying them.
There's an axolotl on the pink stairs. Is an axolotl supposed to be there? If you ask an axolotl if they'll be back tomorrow, a penguin waddles in and then the axolotl's gone.
estoy. Hoy botar con agua.
I just came here tonight to remind you that trans people exist, and there's no executive order that can change that. Trans people have always existed throughout history across all races and countries. Some cultures have acknowledged more than two genders for thousands of years. Trans people exist. Trans kids exist in your school, whether you believe in them or not. Not believing in trans people is like not believing in left-handed people or people with birthmarks or twins. No matter how hard you don't believe in them, they will still exist. Now, some want to talk about biology, so let's talk about it. I'd like to start with parthenogenesis. It's commonly found in invertebrates and can be found in birds, fish, reptiles. It's when an animal's cell splits via meiosis, having its DNA, and then merges with another nearby split cell, creating a fertilization and then creating an embryo. Now, just so we're clear, parthenogenesis is a scientific word for virgin birth. Now, while there's no verifiable evidence that humans are capable of parthenogenetic birth, it is a widely held belief that Jesus was a virgin birth. Now, if this extremely unlikely scenario did occur, the biology behind it is fascinating. First of all, Mary was a female, so Jesus would have only received X chromosomes, which would have made him a female, or a male with XX maleness, which is to say a chromosomal female with male genitalia. Or Mary could have been a genetic chimera, formed from a combined male and female embryo, and that genetic mutation could have allowed Jesus to absorb Y chromosomal material during his parthenogenetic creation. Or Mary could have been intersex and born with ovotestes. That's when you get an X chromosome from your dad with a sprinkling of Y chromosome, and you form a hybrid ovary testes organ. And if she had exactly the right combination of male and female tissues and hormones, the ovotestes could have created both an egg and a sperm, leading to fertilization and the creation of little embryo Jesus. Isn't biology fun? You should really look into it. And when you do some reading about prenatal hormones and how certain genetic variations can affect the pathways that process sex hormones, estrogen and androgen, and how that could lead to variations of brain development. Then come talk to me about biology. Being trans is not a choice. All right, being trans is not a belief system. What we are seeing is not an attack on beliefs. It's an attack on people. Being trans is not an idea. What's happening is not the attempt to eliminate an ideology. It's an attempt to eliminate people.
How do I know if I'm trans or if I'm doing it for attention? Oh, okay.
No, 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 no! Too loud, too reckless, too ghetto. Mr. Lamar, do you really know how to play the game? Then tighten up!
The revolution about to be televised. You picked the right time, but the wrong guy.
Someone better squabble up.
I'm sorry. You're telling me that someone at your school printed out and distributed my MPreg, Elon Musk, Donald Trump, Omegaverse fanfiction? And you're sure that it was mine? This is both the highest of honors and also, like, a secret second thing that I haven't figured out yet. If I'm being completely honest with you, I have no idea what to do with this information, like, conceptually, although I am glad to see that we're returning to our roots of physically distributing fanfiction. But, like, holy fucking shit. Anyways, I will absolutely 100% be writing more. Gotta exercise my First Amendment rights while we still have them, you know? I have many terrible, awful plans. I don't know if I have it in me to write smut. I have considered it, but also, like, that's so fucking much. But, like, there will be more coming at some point. I don't fucking know, I'm busy. But, like, Jesus Christ.
Don't travel to Sri Lanka.
I wish someone said that to his ancestors.
So my son's dad.
Who's that?
It's Aisha, bitch. I make these rap cats go and beat some bitch. With my big fat ass and my sleazy lips. Cover girl, yeah, it's easy breezy, bitch.
Red, white, and blue land? What do you mean? What do you mean he's trying to take over Greenland and call it red, white, and blue land? What? That's just like a joke. Like, that can't be real, because that's like one of the most like tacky, lamest, like just weirdest, useless things I've ever heard. On top of course, he's already trying to take Canada's minerals. Hey, they're like preparing for war, so why not add Greenland, or excuse me, red, white, and blue land? Just kidding, I'll never call it that. Just like I'll never call the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. You can go fuck yourself. What is this? Not to mention Google calendars pretending like what they didn't have enough space to add Pride Month and Black History Month and every other like important, like what the fuck is going on? And there's so many things going on that I can't even add, like I can't even make a video.
They're not reporting on it, but I think you should know that the people of Lincoln Heights fucked up some Nazis. They fucked them up. You should go look up the videos. It's great.
Salutations! It's your Uncle Sam, and this is the Great American Game.
The revolution about to be televised. You picked the right time, but the wrong guy.
No, 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 no! Too loud, too reckless, too ghetto. Mr. Lamar, do you really know how to play the game? Then tighten up!
Yeah, yeah. Hey, I remember syrup sandwiches and crime allowances. Finessing on them with some counters. Wish y'all shoot a new weapon. That's murder, conviction, murders, boosters, burglars, ballers, dead. Skyline, the greatest of all time.
Oh, see you brought your homeboys with you. The old culture cheat code. Scorekeeper, deduct one life. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what America wants. Nice and calm. You're almost there. Don't mess this.
Oh no.
It's a cultural divide. I'ma get it on the floor.
You really about to do it?
40 acres and a mule. This is bigger than the music.
You really about to do it?
Yeah, they tried to rig the game, but you can't fake influence.
They get on it like that.
Hey, I'm tripping, I'm sliding, I'm riding through the back like
Our dumbass president just left the Super Bowl and tweeted out that he's gonna get rid of pennies.
You really about to do it?
40 acres and a mule. This is bigger than the music.
Well, what's that even mean? It's the end of the Civil War, right? And General Sherman has all these black troops that have just been freed.
All right, brother. What now?
He calls this meeting with a bunch of black ministers to determine what black people's future will be.
Oh, what's that?
What can I do for you?
What'd you say? I couldn't hear you.
What can I do for you?
He said what he can do for me. How he can serve me. How it feel, General? How it feel?
Yeah, we're gonna need some land education and for all y'all white people to leave us alone. Sherman had Lincoln approve Special Order 15, which gave 40 acres of land to black families.
We did it. We did it, Joe. You're gonna govern your own land in the United States.
So why don't all black people have land now? When Lincoln was assassinated, his successor overturned the order and gave the land back to the people who started the dang war in the first place. And the promise of 40 acres and a mule was stripped from black people in less than a year.
And it's upsetting me and my homegirls because it's like, dang, if you can have 40 acres and a mule, where else could you go?
No, wait, before you go, you might think this was just a long time ago, but this act, along with the decades long of discrimination and restrictions, has still affected black people's wealth today. The typical white family still has 6 times as much wealth as the typical black family. One thing you can do to acknowledge this is by shopping black-owned businesses. Here are a few sites to get you started. Black history is your history.
Okay, not keeping the vibe. Okay, now I'm listening around. This is GX. They come all the way from California. What the job? Let me hear you say, TV off, turn this 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 TV off. Ain't no other king in this rap league than siblings. Nothing but my children. One shot, they disappearing. In a city with a flag we keep it thrown. Pass interference, pack like a round of crash, pulling up in number one truck just to play freestyle. Hold a pick like he was Sea-Bass. When I made it out, I made it over and he came to a show. I showed y'all the ropes before they hung on road. I'm proud.
Everybody that's left-handed, give me $6. We're gonna go ahead and take everybody's right shoe. If you drive a Nissan, we're going to kill you. We're going to close most of the lanes on the highways. Take the tires. We're gonna take the tires on all of the cars. We're going to put the tires into the ocean. If you use pronouns in a sentence, we're gonna put you in the ocean. I'm gonna yell at Canada. We're going to abolish weekends. No more weekends.
Country song, but only the ones where gay marriage is legal. United States, Canada, Mexico, Cuba, Antarctica, Slovenia, Andorra, Colombia,